Tune into your radio. This a heavyweight stadium. Music banging loud through your cranium. This a heavyweight stadium. Music banging loud through your cranium. This is titanium. You are listening to titanium. This is titanium. You are listening to titanium.
Hartford.
Titanium Radio. Titanium_radio. Your boy B Davis here. DJ Quincy on the ones and twos. Fuji in the building. Darius. Special guest with us, man. My homie P from Survival 815, man. What's going on, man?
What's the deal, gangster? How you, man?
I'm chilling, man. I'm good, man. I feel like you haven't been on the show in a while. It's been the last time we was in a whole nother building.
Yeah, for sure. It's
Yeah.
damn near since the beginning of time.
Yeah. I feel like it was
For
around
sure.
2016, right? 2017. Like I got an original Survival piece, a camouflage shirt. It say Survival in orange on it.
Oh yeah, that's how we came out the gate.
Yeah,
playing with those.
original
sure.
joint. I even got a El Chapo Survival joint.
Another original. You know the crazy thing about that? That was around time I didn't even know what I was doing, bro. I was going to the flea market,
Yeah.
buying shirts that had cool ass designs,
Uh-huh.
and just putting because I ain't. You see what I'm saying? I wasn't there yet.
Yeah.
So that's definitely a good piece.
Yo, so 9 years in, where you at in the fashion game now?
So, man, I'm still in my own lane, bro. Just doing what I've been doing from the beginning. You see what I'm saying? Taking on new things in the mix, but just really staying true to my core and what I came in the game doing.
Mm-hmm.
Just, putting an extra little spice on it. Another year come up. New trends is coming up. Still do my same shit, but...
Oh, you can't cuss. My bad. It's all good.
Still do the same thing, but do it in the way of what's trending right now.
Yeah. Yo, I mean, like you said, every year new trends come out. I mean, it's not hard for a guy like you to stay, up on the trends. I feel like you kind of lead the way as far as trends in this area,
I appreciate that.
right? But as far as like a designer, how do you know what trends are gonna stick and what is gonna be like the look of the year, of the season, of the time?
Yo, honestly, I don't even categorize myself like I just do what I think is cool.
Yeah.
I just be on cool timing. You see what I'm saying? So like, if something is gonna stick, yeah, but I'm the type of person that like I'm gonna take a risk. If I like something, whether on the big scale it's trending or not, like I'm not that big to the point where it's gonna affect me that much.
Mm-hmm.
So if I feel it's cool, if I like it, I'm gonna run with it until the people tell me, nah, bro, we ain't jacking that. That ain't what we doing.
Mm-hmm. Do you look back at any of your old pictures and be like, yo, that was a trend I should have left alone, man. I shouldn't have followed that trend.
Well, I wouldn't really say trend, but I say I've definitely looked back and seen some pieces where it's like, bro, I don't know how you thought that was what it was. But again, at the time, that's what music, that's what anything. When you doing it right then and there, can't nobody tell you this ain't it. But once you look back and you elevate more, you're going to start to notice like, yeah, that was... Them pieces right there.
I feel like that's when you're looking back at pictures in the early 2000s of yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Kanye glasses.
That's what I was kind of getting at. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Yeah, so what are some challenges that you face when you're coming up with a concept or just getting inspiration to do a new collection?
Yeah, one of the biggest challenges is just putting my trust into the right manufacturers to know that it's going to get done correctly.
Yeah.
And that's been one of my biggest challenges throughout the whole time.
Okay. So what does a creative process look like for you when you're starting a new collection? Like, what does it look like? Do you listen to like a favorite song or like what is it? Do you go somewhere, take a vacation?
It literally just be like a thought process type of thing. Like I'm an open thinker. I think a lot. I'm driving, I'm thinking, and I could get an idea based off of one single word, and I'll go into that word, do my homework on that one word and see like how can I bring that word to life in an art form that I think is cool.
I see, yeah, that's really nice. So you like to use your style as more of a feel like an artist.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Are there any
Creative
artists?
Fashion. My brand was titled when I created it. It's Survival 815 Creative Fashion.
Okay. So are there any designers right now that you look up to?
I wouldn't say look up to,
but like inspire you in a way that are like people that come.
There's a lot. Like for one, shouts out to my boy Brent from Dead by 5 a.m. That's my dog. He is a beast. And if we speaking local, we just speaking in general.
No, I was talking about like, you know, someone pioneer, dead or alive, you know, like some artist, like a fashion designer that you looked at, you were like, you know what, like that inspired me to kind of like do what I'm doing.
Virgil, of course, but again, like, I'm not gonna sit up. I can't say that these people inspired me to do what I was doing because I started doing this on an accident. Like I wasn't trying to come in and be what I am today. Like I had an idea for some hats, that it took off, and I'm still here today. And so to say like this person inspired me to do what I'm doing, I'll be lying. Now, what I will say is certain people inspired me as far as like wanting to become or follow those footsteps, but I inspired myself to do this. I took a chance.
Okay, beautiful thing. We love that. So did you get inspiration? Like not inspiration. I don't want to use that word again. But did you get any like influence from like your peers or other people in Connecticut? You know, you saw them do their thing.
No, for sure, sure. Because there was a lot of people like I wouldn't say actually doing what I'm doing or what I was doing at the time on that same level, but it was a lot of people like shouts out Impossible Club for sure. They were one of the first that were really in the mix of actually doing clothes. And then I'm gonna always shout out Splash because with him it wasn't really a clothing brand. He just had merch associated with everything that he had going on, but he was moving and shaking with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yo, you know, you've been doing this for 9 years.
Almost 9 years, but I'll take that.
Almost 9 years.
Take that, round it up to the nearest.
For
you
sure.
know?
Yeah, in August, right?
August
15th, it'll be 9 years. 9 years. So we just gonna count it early. We just gonna talk it into fruition because it's not gonna stop. I feel like the brand is like your life, like.
And that's one of the things, bro. People think it's about who's making the most money, who's dropping the most clothes.
Right.
It's not about that. It's about who's staying in this the longest, overcoming and still continuing.
Facts.
That's what it's about. I mean, the money and all of the it's perfectly fine. But just look, bro, almost 9 years. There's a lot of people who were, I'ma just say, y'all was in the way. They're not in the way anymore. But it's like people, they come and then they go and, okay, yeah, I might fumble here and there. I might have a bad season. I might get a bad drop. But I'm here next season. I'm here the next day, early on my game, ready to either learn or win again. The same way.
Where does that mentality come from?
Come from not having and wanting. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, they don't have, but they want. But along with wanting, you have to have some type of plan to get what you want, bro. You know? Without a plan, it's going to be disastrous.
Yeah. So what are some challenges that you face between like creating art and then running the business all at the same time? Because like you're playing a major role in both, and those two in itself are challenging.
Well, the biggest challenge is all of it, to be honest. Because, like, one thing that I know for sure, and if I didn't know at the beginning, I've learned, and I definitely know now, nothing great can be taken on with just one person. And there's no company, business that's ran by just one person. And if you don't have all those pieces in order, no matter how good you are at A, B, and C, you can no way conquer all three of those at one time by yourself. It's like you're going to put attention over here, and then it's going to be attention slacking over there.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to design. I'm trying to come up with stuff to make in-house. I'm trying to come up with a photo shoot. I'm trying to see where I can do a pop-up shop at. And it's like with me trying to juggle all those things without the team, no matter how good the community views me, I know on my own that I'm still kind of just running in circles. It's worth the circles that I'm running in because I'm still elevating. But it's like without the team, you ain't going to really get too far.
So you put together a team?
So the thing about that is I've tried, but I don't feel, me personally, because again, everybody do things differently. I don't feel you put a team together. I feel a team comes together.
Right.
Because when you put a team together, I don't want nobody to feel like they work for me or it's a payroll type of like, come in, do this with your heart, with your passion, and put your all into it, and let's see what we can get with this.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
You talked about, you know, people being in the way, but in 2025, do you feel like you found your community, like your tribe, if you will, like designers,
at this point,
like-minded people in the state?
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
You what's your most iconic piece that you designed in your mind? For me, I'm gonna say the shooter's jacket.
Yeah, and it's crazy because it will either be that, the shooter's jacket, or it would be the Salvins collab hoodie that I did for their 90th anniversary. I'm a juggle those back and forth.
Shoes.
Yeah,
Shouts out
shout
to
out
Salvins.
Salvin Shoes, man. Y'all know what's going on.
I DJ day, the closing day, and you launched the hoodie and
Yeah,
everything
I
like
was
that.
the only
Your
one,
age
like
is
literally.
showing.
If you look back in Salvin's
But the
history,
closing day was
they're
like a
not
few
letting
years ago.
nobody put like I had their logo, like they sent me the PDF. They're not letting nobody do that.
Yeah.
Like, and that was a big thing for me because it's like I would grow up on Salvins and trapping in front of Salvins, doing whatever I was doing in front of Salvins. So to create a clothing brand, I was the first person in Salvins to ever do a pop-up shop. I was the first person and the only person to ever do a collab with them. And that's
Oh, so you
big.
set the tone for that type of.
Man, come on,
Yeah.
been setting the tone. They don't. It is what it is.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Nah, you gotta give up the props, man. I think P is definitely a trailblazer, a trendsetter in the area, man. What's your favorite collab so far?
My favorite collab. I only did like two.
You
two
did
collabs. My favorite collab
Dead
was
by 5
Dead
a.m.
by 5 a.m. I did a collab with Dead by 5 a.m. And I did a collab with Mindless Thoughts.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I seen the Mindless Thoughts one. Maybe I did. What year that came out?
The Mindless Thoughts?
Yeah.
The Mindless Thoughts was like 2018. Shouts out to my girl Dre.
Oh, that was early.
And then,
Early, okay.
And then Dead by 5 a.m. was like the end of 2020, beginning of 2021.
Yeah. What catches your eye in fashion?
Art and people just being themselves. Like, I don't like that mannequin challenge, bro. Like, don't come around me mannequin challenge thinking you fresh because you're not.
Yeah.
And like, express yourself. Don't be afraid to do what you like. And that's why, like, right now, somebody told me earlier, like, yeah, my boy was saying like, yo, what's going on with Survival 815? I ain't been seeing much. And shouts out Breaking Bread. They was like, yo, I be seeing a lot of Breaking Bread. And it's like, I'm still here every day, but I'm doing something different. And what I'm on right now is what I'm doing for me and for the brand. A lot of people ain't on that. I'm cool with it. You see what I'm saying? But at some point, people got to do what they comfortable with doing. But you can't let the streets run you and dictate what's fire. And, you know, because it ain't going to work like that. That's like me telling Richie P, bro, don't rap like that. Switch your style and do this.
Yeah.
It gets you nowhere, bro. Do what you feel.
Yeah, I was just doing some research, just checking out your page, man, and like the promo videos you doing for the clothes. You showing off the brand, you showing off your creativity,
For sure.
right? All around, and you showing off the city, like
Exactly.
having the promo, the little clips set in front of the Wadsworth, in front of the Gold Building. Yeah, I think that's dope. It's small, it's minor. But it's just like
Anyone who's a native knows
They know
that
what's going on,
those
you
are
see what I'm
key
saying?
Easter eggs
Exact-
that
that's
you
art.
need. That's
But-
part
And
of the
it's like
brand.
they're not gonna give me my credit for that, but I'm the one who started that whole the whole video promo with your club. I started that, bro. It's documented. I got videos on YouTube, 2016, because my whole thing was doing a photo shoot is cool, but you can only see so much of the piece from a photo shoot. I want
Facts.
them to see how these pieces move and flow.
Yeah, how they live,
you
how
see
they
what I'm saying?
live, yeah,
So I
yeah.
just started making my shooter come to the photo shoots, and I used to tell him to catch behind the scene videos and turn those videos into a little commercial. But then I started more structuring and directing them.
Yeah, I was
And
gonna ask you,
going crazy
do you
with
see a future in directing?
it. So the thing about that is, kind of, sort of, but then no, because I used to make videos for Young Flea and them when they first started. I was on YouTube, and I would use the what's that shit? What's that stuff that come with the what is it?
iMovie?
iMovie. I was making videos for them, but it's like, and that's one of them things where you trying to take on too many things. Or like, focus on one thing, knock it out, and go. As much as I would love to, I'm passionate. I took all the photos for everybody. The clothes is what really moved me. I do the videos and stuff, especially for myself, because I have to.
Are there any collaborations that you see yourself wanting to do in the future, or like maybe wouldn't mind doing in the future?
And so I have one collab that I'm working on right now with somebody, but I'm probably not gonna do no more collabs until I do a collab with my bro. Shouts out Young Flea Pressure Packs. Been in it for, but just like that, and that's my brother.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, but everybody shaking and moving, but I definitely want to get a collab because I get a lot of, yo, let's collab, but it's like, I don't know if other people look at it like me, but collabing is like, that's your name, that's everything you work for, that's your pride, that's your dignity. I'm not just throwing mine around just with anybody just because we're from the city, and no disrespect to anybody from the city, because it's a lot of people working. I'm not saying because I haven't done a collab with you, you're not working. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying this is my brand, my name, and and it's very precious to me.
It's your baby.
So I'm not just throwing it around like that.
Facts. Do you incorporate AI in your designs?
Why I need to do that? I'm very creative on my own. I don't do no AI, none of that foolery. Now I do have a little finesse. Everybody got a little finesse, but I don't do AI. And no shade to AI, but I don't feel like I have to take that route. I feel I'm creative enough to do what I've been doing. Like, look at it. You've been following the brand, bro. I don't even make the same thing twice.
Facts.
I've been in this for almost 9 years, and I have not made the same thing twice.
Facts. And I like Fuji's wearing this shirt right now. Sex, art, and music.
For sure.
Like there's certain words that you choose to brand almost, right? Like you had a Sinner's jacket that was fire. What did it say on the back?
Which you said the Sinners or the
yeah,
Sinners?
the Sinners joint. It said something like it says sinners.
Oh, I was once a sinner that's probably gonna sin again.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
How do you come up with stuff like that?
So
and like what
that's a
makes
quote.
that stick
That's
to you?
a quote from a song, but my whole thing is, again, with art, I want this to be cool and fun. So if I'm running with the concept sinners, and it's a cool line or a punch or from somebody's song that's very recognizable or something like that, why not incorporate it into your piece to just help make the piece what you want it to be? You know
What
I'm
advice would you give someone from Hartford, especially with it being such a small demographic? What advice would you give them as a fashion designer going into this?
The one piece of advice that I would give people from Hartford going into the fashion world business is look around, go on Instagram, see what's really moving and shaking in the fashion community. Don't come in being one-minded, stuck on the, I want to make these sweatsuits like my boy from the hood. Like, fashion is a crazy world, and you can get so much further just being open. This is not a closed, casted type of business.
And that's what I see with you when I checked out your Instagram. I see more of your personality. Even on TikTok, when I'm scrolling through TikTok, I see you being like silly.
Because that's the thing, bro. Like, my whole thing is, I'm cool, bro.
Yeah.
I'm a cool dude. And
You always been cool.
It's like, I'm not afraid to have fun. Like, my job, this is my job, this is my passion, this is what I do. It has to be fun. And I want these people to know, once they see me, once they see my work or whatever's going on, he's having fun, he's looking good, and he's making money.
Yeah.
Why not?
Right. So because I see you're evolving with your pieces and everything. So you speak through your clothing as one artist does with their work.
For sure.
And where do you see yourself in like 5 years? Can you even envision that? Or because it seems like it flows through you so effortlessly and natural that you can't even predict it. It just comes to you. Do you have a goal in the next 5 years?
And so I have goals, but to say I have goals set for the business that are like, this is where I'm trying to be in the next 5 years, I'm going to be honest and say no. Because even though it's been 9 years and people will feel like, yo, within 9 years, and you should have everything figured out, everything should be perfect, and you should be making no mistakes, and financially you should be on top of the world. That's not how the world works, and everybody's story is different. And within this 9 years, I'm still growing, and I'm learning every day. I'm not afraid to fail. I'm not afraid to be told no. I'm not afraid to learn something new. So at the end of the day, if I sit up here and say, well, this is where I want to be in 5 years, like, I don't see that being my reality when I wake up every day, even if I have a plan right now, like, yo, when I get up tomorrow, this is my plan, this is what I'm going to do. The universe throws something else at me, and I'm
Nothing
all
ever
over
goes
the
as
place.
planned.
So I just like to wake up, work, be consistent, be passionate about it, because I feel like me being passionate and consistent is going to take me further than wishing or setting a certain goal.
Okay, yeah. We've been talking to a lot of people who have just set the tone for themselves, and I noticed the most successful people, especially like we had a young lady here right before you, 19 years old. She's the last check, but she's just set the tone and she found her niche. So I'm noticing there's a pattern and trend of people who set their tone, find their niche, and profit so much from it.
Exactly.
And not only, in an incentive, but all around just spiritually profit from it. And it's the energy, you can
sure.
tell when someone really cares. So do you think that should be another thing that people do, actually care about their work, or should they want to do it in a way where they're just trying to profit?
Again, that's just based off of the individual, because I can't tell somebody who's going through financial struggles and looking for a way to come out to be extra passionate about it. It's like, that's really set all on the individual. What do you want out of what you're putting your time and your effort in?
Yeah. I feel like your brand actually speaks to that entrepreneurial, and you saying like it started from survival. You were in survival mode when you built it,
Damn.
and you knew what you wanted. So maybe that could be like kind of like, I don't know.
Sure.
It's definitely your mission statement is saying that. Yeah.
Yo, you've had the kind of the biggest celebrities where your joints, Dirk, Lil Baby. I know there's others.
Yeah, for sure.
Who's some new artists, new influencers that you kind of like maybe designed a piece or like, yo, this would be fly. If I could get this in his hands,
So,
oh man,
honestly, I 100% like took myself away from that whole, because for a minute it was like, it was brainwashing me. It wasn't doing right. As if you go to my page, I archive all that. Like, I don't use my brand and use these bigger artists to promote it. Like, I still have people that I'm in tune with. Like, shouts out Jay Penny. He was just playing for the New York Giants. He's about to be playing for a different team this year. But he's from out here in the hub, Bloomfield. He supports me. I give him pieces. He actually spends his money and taps in on my website. But I've been trying to go more the genuine route when it comes to that. Because, again, and shouts out to whoever getting these pieces in these artists' hands, these influencers, because I'm seeing people getting their pieces out there and they really getting a response. These people is really wearing their stuff. They really getting content. But for me, at the time, like I say, everything was going so fast. Lil Baby DM me on his own. So, like, stuff like that, like, it was happening so fast that I kind of got brainwashed and was feeling like, kind of like you could say I was getting a big head a little bit. Like, man, this person wearing it, that person wearing it, I'm the... But it's like financially, that wasn't helping me. Like, my website wasn't jumping extra 10 times because they was wearing it. So I had to step back and just tell myself, like, yo, at the end of the day, that is the hype. I don't want my brand to just be hype. If my brand is going to be busting and this is what's going to be going on, I need to know and feel it before anybody else. And I just felt like I'm getting caught up in the hype, and I ain't about that, bro. So I archived all that. I stopped going to artists. I stopped even... Artists still be coming to the city and people be hitting me like, yo, pull up, woo-dee-woo-dee-woo. But it's like, I'd rather just take a different route, bro. Y'all can have... I experienced that already. Let's just say that. I did that. It didn't work for me. I'm going a different route.
that's dope, man. I mean, Richie P's in the building. He was just talking about, you know, he's on mixtape album project number 24.
For sure.
And he said that throughout the years, like, you know, the older you get, the better you get. And like any other craft, designing, rapping, DJing, like how have you gotten better at what you do?
I've gotten better at what I do because I've gotten better at what I do because I've also became a teacher on top of being a learner. Like, I was teaching classes. Mad people hit me for one-on-one advice and one-on-one classes or whatever the case may be. So I just feel like, away from me feeling like I'm evolving or elevating when it comes to the pieces, it's about what I leave behind. Because at the end of the day, and nobody really remembers or respects for too much what you do for yourself. It's about what you do for others and what you leave behind.
Facts. No, that's real. That's real. P from Survival 815, man. We running out of time. We appreciate you passing through, man.
I appreciate y'all for letting me come
being
here,
passionate,
for sure.
creative.
Always.
You showing off that side of the city that we got flair, we got style. Like,
we got
Yes.
style, bro. They be
Facts.
scared to pop it. Look, listen here, if y'all watching this, one thing about it, you know I'm going to put it on, I'm going to pop it, I'm going to bedazzle, I'm going to rhinestone, whatever I think is cool, I'm doing it and I'm putting it in your face every time, for sure. They know that.
Right.
They know it.
It's Titanium Radio. Give out your contact information where the people could find some pieces and buy some pieces, man.
You can find some pieces on Survival815 on Instagram. You could buy some pieces at survival815.com. You could also buy some pieces. You get in that DM, you got that money in it, right? You come out looking like this. $1,000 for the hoodie, kid. Nah, I'm just playing, but for real, it's going to be $1,000 for the hoodie one day for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
sure,
yeah.
for sure. It's Titanium Radio, man. Keep it locked.
I love y'all. And shouts out to everybody who just tuned in and watched this. I think I was lost.
Tune into your radio. This a heavyweight stadium. Music banging loud through your cranium.